Cam Little to kick off.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Oh, a heck of a move. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Let's go. Front with Ryan.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Come on, 7 Pirates, moving 19.
2nd and 6. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
6 yards to go.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Tag! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready,
So a
set.
step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
Complete to number 82. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Viking 18. Go.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. He's throwing a good one, and it's caught. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
3rd and 19.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Norton. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
And an Edwards first down.
Here we go. Set. Coogan.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Here's a give up the middle. Well, he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They're going to look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They
got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Lions.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner was giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. 31 yards. And the Snowhawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3. 42-yard line.
2nd and 3. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Just the Eagles. Go.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
18, 5 in.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 9.
Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Viking 18.
He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Spinning away. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Come on. Hawk 70, Hawk Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
Now back to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
16-yard line.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone.
Okay,
you need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here.
Now he's going to step up.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here we go, Scott. 70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Will Johnson.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Ready? Come, 70 Lions. Mustang 19. Ready, right?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Deontay Banks with it.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Back to throw now on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Snowhawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
On the set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
It's now second and 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On the double.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
19 Tiger.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. fielded at the 20. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Ready.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get it. Ready.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run, first level being the D-line, and linebacker second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Shifts by him. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Snowhawks are able to stretch out their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them are the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Shot alert. Travel. Here we go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Shedding the tackle. 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
Boy, 179 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
18 Cardinal.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Snowhawks extend their lead yet again. Luke now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 3. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Anchorage.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
On is Luke for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Seahawks 3. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they want to admit it to themselves. We know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Bronco 80. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing there, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Got it. Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was in.
And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Inside the 20.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Cam Little to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Steady.
Running the toss to Brooks here. He's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
Off play action. Miller. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
Here we go. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Tyler Luke now to try the field goal.
This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay,
so from
ready?
the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
This is caught inside the 15.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Cut 19.
At the 12-yard line.
7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun. Little. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are in defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Lions.
And they will take a knee here. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.